topic on empowering data pipelines with Apache Airflow. Yeah, so the agenda for today would be that we would be discussing data pipelines, what a data pipeline is in a really, really simple way. We would discuss about the introduction of Apache Airflow, what does Apache Airflow offers, why we should have to use Apache Airflow, how Apache Airflow can be installed and set up on the local machine, how to create admin users, and last but not the least, how to run the server. After that, we will look into the airflow components, which are DAGs, with the directed air cyclic graphs, hooks, and operators. After discussing all of these three components and their examples, we will discuss how we can do monitoring and logging of using airflow. So, what is data pipeline is? As per IBM, data pipelines collect, transform, and store data to surface to stakeholders for a variety of data projects. So, we can take an example that we try to fetch a data from an API, transform that particular data as predefined set of SOPs that how we will be storing the data after collecting it from any source, and then we store it into a different destination like S3 or something like that. And so, as an example, we can look into this very simple code, which you can also check from the repository given below. So we are using two basic Python libraries, not the Apache, it's a basic one, but these are very good and powerful Python libraries, which is pandas and matplotlib library. So consider that we have a sales data.csv spreadsheet file, which has product categories and the sales amount for each product category. So starting, we would use pandas library in order to read the CSV. Then we will use it to group the product categories and sum all the sales amount that it has. And after we have all product categories along with the total sales amount that we have, we will then try to make a graph out of it. So this is the whole criteria that we are doing the data collection and then transforming the data. Over here, we are not transforming it, we are just using it as it is. Then we are processing the data, and then once the data processing is done, and we have the final information to show, we use different tools to visualize that particular data. Over here, we are using matplotlib to visualize it. You can see it will give you output like this. So now the start of the show. What is exactly Apache Airflow? What is the introduction to Apache Airflow? So Apache Airflow is an open source platform used to orchestrate complex workflows and data pipelines. So we can take an example that you have multiple data going on from multiple different places, and you are using simple Python scripts in order to manipulate that or fetch it or store it. You can definitely do that, but it's not be manageable. There will be no amount of logs, and if you want to log or measure it, there will be a lot of effort for that. In Apache Airflow, you don't care about the logging, the management, the scheduling of the workflows. You just make sure that you are implementing the main logic, and just Apache Airflow takes something. So basically, it allows users to programmatically schedule like we do in simple Python. We do using cron tabs to monitor. We will discuss in detail how we can monitor it and manage workflows. So once we manage the workflows, it makes it very easy to automate tasks and streamline data processing. So in Apache Airflow, the workflows that we write is defined as directed acyclic tasks, which in the beginning I told you that about tasks. So the tasks are executed are based on dependencies and schedules. So for example, dependencies means I have three tasks. One task is to fetch the data. Once the data is fetched, then I need to execute the transforming or processing of the data. And then last but not the least, I want to do you can say and dispatching of the data. For example, getting a data from source, processing it, and then saving it from another source. So these are three different tasks using the Apache Airflow. I can do it really easily and also can schedule it very easily, which we will see in the upcoming slides. So in order to install and set up, first thing is you should have Python 3.6 for I. Over here, we're talking about the latest version of Apache Airflow. In order to install Apache Airflow, you just have to install Apache Airflow. Once it has installed all the things, you have to write Airflow in it on a particular folder. You have to write Airflow in it. So let me turn off this slide and go to the code to show you. So when you will write Airflow in it. So let me also write it over here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. It is Airflow in it. What does Airflow in it would do? It would create Airflow.csv file in an Airflow folder. And in that Airflow folder, you have all the configuration that you need in order to process all the data related or Airflow stuff that you want to put in. Airflow comes with the standard database as well, which it used to maintain all the tasks, all the things, all the users and the information. So let me go to the back to the news, right? So in order to migrate all that particular data, you just have to write Airflow DB migrate and it will do all the databases in your system. If you know about Django framework and what we do in Django framework using Python 9.py create super user, it's the same thing over here. In order to log into Airflow dashboard, you should have super user or admin user. It have multiple roles, which all I will also show you right after this slide. But in order to maintain all of the stuff that is available in the dashboard, you will need the admin role. So let me go to the Airflow. Over here, you are seeing that I have four tags available over here, and I am logged in using a login over here. So let me show you rest of the users. So just using the same line that I showed in the slide, I created this user. This user is admin. You can see all the roles that is available and create your user accordingly. There is admin role, there is a public role, viewer user, and operations role. And using all this role and its permission, you can decide to which user you have to give it permission. Okay. So coming back to the main thing. So in order to run the Airflow system on your local machine, you have to either use Airflow standalone, which will run the web server and schedule together, or if you want to execute these two things separately, you have to open two terminals, and one terminal should be running Apache Airflow's web server and another is schedule. For web server, you have to execute Airflow web server and code and whatever the code you want to execute it. And in order to execute the scheduler, you have to write Airflow scheduler code there. I would recommend to just use Airflow standalone on your local machine to take care of this stuff. So once everything is done and you have opened and logged in your Airflow main dashboard, you will be able to see that. So let me take this over here. So in this screen, you are looking into that I have some data sets tags available over here. So let me show you how. So there is a flag called I may not be able to find it, but there is a flag called show example tags. I have turned that particular flag as false, so that's why I am not showing the example flags on the other one. So if this load underscore examples is equal to true, then you will be able to see some sample tags in your dashboard. But I have, because I have set it to false, in my dashboard you will be only be able to see the tags that I have created. Also, in this slide, I have attached a GitHub repository. Once you set up the GitHub repository, as I mentioned in the previous slides, you have to change the tags folder. I will show you from here. You can change it. So over here, you can change the location of your tags folder. So in my case, my tags are in PyCon 2024 new weather Python. So in this folder, I have all the tags. So you also have to update this part. Otherwise, you will not be able to see any tags if it will be pointing to any other folder. So coming back to now we will discuss about the Airflow components. So Airflow components we will be obviously only discussing the three main ones. One is tags, directed acyclic graphs. Other one is hooks, and the last one is operators. I hope you are getting all of these till now. So directed acyclic graphs tags are basically a concept of defining workflows or pipelines in a system. So let me show you an example. So let's suppose you want to write a program that prints anything, or you can say prints the current time of 30 seconds. So from the code, you can see that I have initiated a function, taken the time, and I'm logging that particular time in this particular thing. Now I have initiated a tag, and first the first parameter of the tag is the ID, and ID is the thing that represents the tag's unique stuff. So from here, you're seeing that the tag ID is print time every 30 seconds. On the Airflow dashboard, you are also able to see that it has print time every 30 seconds, the same thing, because whatever it is over here, it will be represented over here. So I have added the default arguments and added a description that this value print current time after 20 seconds, and I have added a time interval in time delta using time delta function. It's just like writing star 30 star then the prompt time for. And now I will use a Python operator, because in order to execute this tag, I would be executing a Python method. So in order to execute this Python method, I will need a Python operator. So for that particular Python operator, I will also assign it a task title as well. So this Python operator is print current time, To the Python callable, I will pass the function name and the tag. And the last one you are seeing is in order to call. This code is also available in this repository. And I can also show you this code on my local machine on PyCon once I discuss about this Apache Airflow logging system over here. So if you see that we are executing print current time over here, and every time it is executing, it is marking a green spot. So over here, it is basically printing the value which we are passing over. So it is current time and then current time in it. So over here, it is printing current time and then the time which has got the format that we have mentioned over here. So now we will look into the airflow operators. So what are the airflow operators are? Airflow operators are the individual unit of work within a workflow. So if I go to the previous slide, so over here you are looking into Python operators. So over there, it is used as an operator, as a you can say individual unit of work within a complete workflow. So there are multiple operators. So most of the operators that I have used till now are the Python operator and Bash operator. Python operator is used to execute the Python functions, and Bash operators are used to execute messages. Now, what is Airflow hooks? So Airflow hooks are interfaces to external platforms or systems. I will show you on the dashboard that how you can manage the variables and connections by using Apache Airflow dashboard. So Postgres hook or MySQL hook by default offers you a lot of functionality related to MySQL queries and all that Postgres queries, which we can see in this slide. So in the hooks example, you can see that I have written a DAG with the ID of example tags, which tag pass the default parameters. Let me also show you the default parameters because I have discussed these for two times but not shown you. So these are the default parameters that I'm talking about. So I have mentioned that the honor would be airflow, the start date would be 1st of March, and the retries would be 1. So if it fails, it will retry for once. So let me go back. So over here, you can see that I am fetching connection ID from my SQL connection. Let me show you over here. So you can create your own connections and all the details about that those connections in admin/connections. So when you create a connection, you can assign a unique ID, description, host, schema, login, whatever it is. If it would be HTTP, it would be different. In case of SQLite, it would be different. In case of you can say FTP, it would be different. Whatever you want to assign it, you can straight away assign it. So once you assign it, you just have to write the query and then pass it to get records, and it will fetch all the data for you, and it will do all of the connection testing by itself. So if I open the MySQL code, it have the schema and connection already, and it have all the things that is required from that connection details by using the password, the host, and the DB that you have mentioned in that particular connection. It is using that. So due to this, you just have to pass the connection ID and rest all and just execute the query. You don't have to need to worry about the connection. Same way, I have over here an operator example. So over here, I have a new DAG, which is which ID is demo multiple flows, which start date is 1st January 2022, and it's scheduled for 00 start. I have to look into it that what exactly this schedule needs to be. I was testing for right away. So, but I have a bash operator over here. So this bash operator executes this command, which is echo hello. So it will be on the prints hello on the terminal. Then I have the same print time method that I was using in the slides previously, which was logging the current time. So I just pass this print current time method in Python operator and also pass the tag in it as well. Now I am initiating a task called Airflow, and in the Airflow task, I am just printing Airflow. Now, what these three things are going on here? So this means first execute hello. Once hello is executed, execute the Python operator called current time, and once the Python operator current time executes, execute a task called Airflow. So you can change all the logic over there. You can use whatever you want. So this is a very concise, very small example, but also tell you how the dependencies works in Apache Airflow. Now we will look into the monitoring and logging. So monitoring and logging is the last part of this presentation. So let me go to code and also discuss some things from the code as well. So you can use Apache Airflow to do a lot of stuff. So for example, there is a thing called variable in the system. If I go to like there was connection, right? So there is a variable as well. You can create a variable, and any variable you want, T1 maybe, and its name is Asad, and save it. And in the whole system, if you want to get that particular variable, you can just write over here T1, and you will be able to get that variable from the system. So this is one application. So this is a multi-source and destination file that I have written for the practice purposes. So you can create a connection. Uh, Once the connection is created, you can fetch data from the connection that is mentioned over here from the weather data table, process it into the upper format, by looking over it, and then connect to the destination MySQL DB and store all of that data into one thing. So basically, we are just duplicating whatever the data would be added in this source DB in the weather data table into the destination DB of weather data table. So this is another way of doing very easily doing multiple handling multiple sources and destination in Apache Airflow. Coming back to the slides about the monitor. So Apache Airflow gives you a lot of details in order to for monitoring. So over here, this is the live metrics available in Apache Airflow. Over here, you are seeing that there are two unpaused tags. For example, they are not paused and they are executing. You are able to see the top 5 longest diagrams available. So all the examples that I have shown you till now are very small, so they are not taking a lot of time. You are able to see the pools. So what are the schedule running on queue? You are able to see the health, there's a metadata with schedule and training health, and what was the last heartbeat. It basically uses Safety in order to execute stuff in the background. So just want to let you know about this. So this have the historical matrices that what were the direct run times, what were the task instance states, so what were the upstream fail, what was successful, what was the fail. In the previous example, I just showed you an example where I was executing a hello bash operator along with the print runtime, Python runtime task, but not the least Airflow task. So this, if you open that particular direct, so I will show you directly from here. What was the name of it? There were multiple flows. So here you can see that how much time it took completely for executing all of these three basically things over here. What was the graph? So graph is if I click over here, it tells you that it was successful, it was not executed, and it was successful. In case of this, I can see that it was successful, it was not successful, sorry, it was also successful, and it was not successful. In order to see what happened to a particular thing is we can just click on it and see the logs or the connection or the code that it is executing. We can see log that what is going on, what was the amount it did. We can also look into it in the form of but only filtered by debug logs, information logs, warning logs, or error logs, or critical logs, if we want. And in order to see logs in hello, you can see that I printed hello over here. So it also showing me that hello was printed when I click on this, click on the hello tag, and click on the log over here. So in this way, I am able to monitor and log all of stuff. That's all from my side. I hope you understand the concept. Please let me know if you have any concerns on the GitHub repository, or please do install the GitHub repository on your local machine and try that. Thank you very much.